For oh, okay, okay, that's fine. We got a message. Sorry, I'm just reading. Sorry. And we're gonna ask for an event and then get started. And Lauren, what do you got?
How about a bris?
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
All right. Thanks,
Okay.
guys.
Right. Right. Right.
Mm.
Okay.
Crap. Oh shit. Okay. Um, I'm Mom, I don't know why you didn't do this when I was a baby, but I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
Well, I must be honest, I'm not Jewish. And so a bris is just did not seem appropriate when you were born. And
Wait,
I
what?
I fought with your father. I
Uh,
fought vehemently because I just thought it was frankly a little barbaric. I'm just gonna put it
it's
out there, okay?
yeah, it's my penis. I know.
And he insisted, and I promised him that I would do all the catering when you
Okay.
turn 21 if you chose to have a bris at that point in your life. So here we are.
Wait, Mom, you're not Jewish?
I know I cook a mean brisket, but that's because
But
your
I think
grandmother taught me. I'm not Jewish.
that doesn't make you Jewish. Yeah. So it's in my bris for adults class that I had to take before they snipped the end of my penis off.
Yeah.
Um, I learned that Judaism actually goes through the mother. So if you're not,
No,
yeah,
no. There's
yeah,
a way out.
yeah, yeah, there's, hmm, hmm, yeah. That would have been good to know though, like, 20 years ago
Oh,
or
wait
just like,
a minute, honey. How would I know I'm not Jewish? I didn't know that was the rule. I knew nothing.
but you knew you weren't Jewish.
No.
When did you find out you weren't Jewish?
Oh, and I went to Catholic school
Okay,
as a
right.
kid. I knew
Yeah,
I wasn't Jewish because they were sending me. I went to Catholic school with the nuns. I mean,
right.
so like
Yeah,
Jewish
no. And
people
you
didn't
sent
do
me to
that.
Methodist school. So it's just like we've got all the
Well,
religions, but not,
yeah, but I married your father. He's Jewish
well,
and he
that's
goes to
good.
the
So you
synagogue, and I love him dearly because he's a man of great stature and wonderful characteristics. Plus, he's a doctor.
right. Yeah, I know. But okay, so you did okay, so all everything else you've told me is true except the Jewish thing.
Yeah, I never said I was Jewish. You just thought I was because I could make the kugel and the brisket and as I
The
love
temple, we
food.
went to temple and
Oh, I
you
did go to temple because I'd go to temple, but I'd also go to mass during the week. I like to keep it, fluid.
okay. No, that's fine. It's fine. So the bris is off, but how do you cancel a bris? This might, I mean, will we get our money back?
Well, I just think you got to talk to your father, seriously, because it's just out of my
He'll be
pay grade.
disappointed. He will not be happy.
I
He knew
know
you weren't Jewish though.
I
Uh,
wasn't.
Hey, honey, I'm home. Hey, what's going on?
Honey, I think your son wants to talk to you. And
What? What? Oh,
I'm
again?
gonna go make myself something because this,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I
All right.
know.
Okay. Where is? Oh, there he
I'm
is.
sorry.
Hey.
I know we only
Hey,
talk on Wednesdays and Saturdays, but this is a special occasion talk.
son, I'm always here for you as long as it's a Wednesday or a
Yeah,
Saturday. Okay.
great. Thank
So
you. And that's a lovely, lovely sentiment. And
so
again, sorry to break the written contract that you made me sign. So um, you remember that mom isn't Jewish, right?
uh
Or
well, I always thought she was. I mean, she makes a good brisket, so
I
I figured
know
she
that
must be Jewish.
doesn't make you Jewish. It doesn't make you go into Katz's Deli, doesn't, boom, put
My
on
mother
cat.
always said, make sure your wife makes a good brisket.
She
She
does.
made
She
a good
makes a
brisket,
wonderful.
so hey, Well, anyway, what's the problem with the Jewish?
Okay, so I was gonna do the adult bris thing, which is a big move, frankly, and you talked me into it. And so the thing is, if mom isn't Jewish, then I'm not Jewish.
Hey, how old are you now?
21.
21. Don't you think it's about time you get the snip, huh?
So okay, so even though I'm not Jewish, so if I get snipped, then I am Jewish, and then
You make me proud.
yeah, okay. Could we talk? Could you add like a day to our days of talking, like Wednesday, Saturday, and
Is this I know. This is your girlfriend talking, isn't it? She trying to talk you out of this, isn't she?
she has a vested interest in, my me being disfigured down there. So yeah,
So she likes it the way it is now? Is that what we're
and
talking?
she's Buddhist, so she doesn't agree with any of this. She's
Oh,
Hi, honey.
oh, look, I'll let you guys talk.
Are we doing this bris or what?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess the bris is back. The bris is back on. If
What, it was off? Are you still gonna go through with the bris?
well, my mom isn't Jewish.
So,
Oh, okay. Well, no, it's fine. Well, let's do
I
let's
want
do
to
it.
keep it that way because, we girls, we have
Yep.
our preferences. And I know I'm not Jewish
Hmm.
anymore because
Oh,
I'm Buddhist,
right.
but I still like things the way I like things.
Hmm.
Are you trying to use that as a way to get out of this bris? Because you've been waffling a lot
I've
on this situation.
I've not been sleeping well and everything, but you're right. Let's just snip it and move on. What do you say?
I mean, just do it. Just do it. Like, what's the holdup?
Well, also I met the rabbi who's doing it, and he is definitely an alcoholic. So I'm a little nervous. There's just some warning signs.
We'll get to some of that lidocaine,
Hmm.
and it's fine.
It's
I
true.
mean, how hard is it anyway?
No, it's great. You work at a pharmacy and you have like an open door policy or whatever. So that's great.
Yes, I do. I can get to all kinds of stuff. We'll get to taken care of.
Mhm.
Some of the oxys. We'll get to some of the Vicodins.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
that we'll throw it up. We'll give you
Let's
a
party.
it'll
Let's
be
party.
fun. I
Scene,
know.
scene, bring in Maisie. So, honey, I mean, we worked hard at getting this discount. We got 2, 3 kids going. We got the 2-for-1 deal. I mean, I don't want our son to screw this up. I don't know what's in his mind, but you know what? We got to do this. We got the discount.
Why do you feel this is so important? Like, don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed the fact that you had your breasts my entire life. This is why we have children. I'm just gonna say it's been phenomenal. I have no problems with it whatsoever. But I'm thinking now that they're grown, it's got to be really scary. When they're a baby, they don't know anything, you know?
You know, you know, our son just told me before.
What?
He said you're not Jewish.
Well, of course not.
What do you mean? And I told my mother you make a good brisket and that you're a good Jewish girl. This is what they believe. She's going to turn over in her grave.
You told your mother I was Jewish?
I just, yeah. I mean, she says you gotta have a. Come on.
I never told you I was Jewish. I told you I had the best brisket in the community, which is true.
Only a Jewish woman would have a competition with a brisket in the community.
Well, can I be honest?
Oh, fine, sure, change the tune.
It was real easy to be number one in brisket in the Catholic Church.
Yeah, they
Let's
don't
cut to the Catholic brisket cook-off. All right, I'm Priest McKellar at the what is this brisket cook-off? I mean, I did thought we'd have.
So the Irish brisket.
All right, let's taste it. There's only two contestants.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
There's you
And I'm
and
part
Blind,
Irish.
and
and I make
Blind
it-
Mary. Let's taste Blind Mary's first,
And
because
Mary.
she means well, don't she? Okay.
Don't
Well, let's just. Oh God, the smell of it. Just the smell. Oh, oh.
Oh, here it comes.
Just-
Give
Let me
a
just.
brisket. I worked all day on the brisket. and
Oh,
it's-
Blind Mary. It looks.
I couldn't tell if I had the salt or the pepper.
Yeah.
But it tastes all right. You let me know.
I'll just dash some holy water on it, so at least it'll taste like. Oh, oh,
Oh, was that the hot red pepper?
so
Oh,
good, Mary.
I-
So good.
Mary.
Mary, darling, you're doing a great job. Mary, hey, my wife Mary is doing a wonderful job. You make sure you give her a good tasting. You
Oh,
you
she always
keep going, sweetheart.
She always gets the favorite treatment. That's
Right.
Mary.
Okay. All right. Well, let's the second contestant. Not Blind Mary. Oh, yeah. That's sorry, Blind Mary. We we let you win the tic-tac-toe, but this one you're losing. It's Gwyneth. Gwyneth, here's your tiara of and it automatically, if you wish, makes you
Honey, you won. You won. My mother's going to be so proud of you. Oh my God, I have such good news for her. Oh, this is a dream come true.
Sweetheart, we can get married now. I won the
Yes,
prize. My
exactly.
brisket.
Now we can get married. Oh, you did it. You won the prize. Oh my God. I'm beside myself. I'm beside myself.
Have a good wedding. And I'm about to have one. Thank
Okay.
God for brisket.
Absolutely. Oh my God. You know what? I'm so excited. I'm a little nervous about tonight though. This is our first night. We're getting married tonight. You understand that, right? Tonight. Yeah. Because I can't wait any longer.
That
Okay.
brisket. Nothing like brisket to get you married.
It
Nothing.
works every time. Oh my God. I'm a little excited. So I'm a little nervous. Will you be patient with me?
Of course, darling. For you, patience.
Okay. And
Patience,
let's see
patience.
if we can create.
Okay, let's before we have a sex scene, let's cut to the bris. The bris is happening. Oh my God. Oh God, here we go. All right, I'm ready.
Be strong, son. Be strong.
I didn't think there's so many people.
Where's your girlfriend for support?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I'm here.
Ah,
Oh,
Gonna
okay.
do great, honey.
okay.
I'm so proud of you. Just hold your breath,
Yeah. Oh,
and it'll be all over.
See,
okay. Well, thanks. I don't know what pills you gave me, but they are working good. I don't feel weird being naked in front of
Glad
these
to hear
people.
that. I'm glad to hear it.
Yep.
Honey, I am worried about you, but I'm praying.
I don't know who you're praying to, but thank you. Thank you.
Son, don't worry about the rabbi. He had a little drink just to relax him because he was a little nervous.
I'm really, really scared. And he said he forgot his glasses. I'm just really.
He'll feel his way through. It'll be okay. He knows. He's done this so many times. He did me when I was a little boy.
Honey, you're so
You're good.
distinctive down there that
Yeah.
find it.
So,
Okay.
sweetie pie, girlfriend, what's your girlfriend's name? Jessie? Jessie. Jessie, where are the drugs? Jessie, get back here with the drugs. My son needs the drugs. I don't want him to suffer.
All
Oh
right.
my God. First of all, I'm not Jessie. That's his old girlfriend.
Oh, right.
I'm Samantha.
Samantha.
Okay.
Samantha.
And he's got enough drugs. I've already taken care of all of that. Okay? So
Yeah.
just relax.
Okay, Mom. Just, yeah. Don't mess with
Oh.
Samantha.
Samantha, what a strong name for a woman. Oh,
She's got some stuff. She's got some stuff.
Boy, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I do
Okay.
feel that it represents me very well.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
Rabbi Jim here. Okay, are we ready? Where's the
Oh,
little
God.
boy? Where's the
I'm
little
here,
boy? Oh,
here,
you're a
I'm
boy.
the naked
Yo,
guy, naked.
I thought it was a little. You're so big. Hey, what?
Yeah. We met several times. I'm an adult
I
Briss. It's
don't,
one of
I
those.
don't remember. I'm gonna need a bigger tool, I think. I mean, you
Yeah.
just look at this thing. Oh my God.
Thank you. Thank you.
We could sell this, we could sell what we
Okay. Well, we're not filming. Okay.
all
So just
right, all right. Let me go get a bigger tool.
Samantha.
Hang on, hang on. I'm coming. I actually do have a camera here.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna give this to our memories.
Oh, God.
This is a big
Samantha,
day.
I just
Yes.
want you to know I have the brisket ready for after the bris.
Oh my God, that's what we're all waiting for.
Yeah.
Is this just an excuse to have another brisket? Okay. Well, anyway.
We can have brisket for all kinds of events, but we gotta have an event, right? So you're gonna have the bris.
That's
and
in
then
the.
we'll have brisket. They're not the same. They're
Mhm.
not the same thing. Just keep that in mind.
Okay, good. All right, let's do it. I'm ready. Where'd the rabbi go?
You ready, son? You ready,
No,
son? I know
just
this. Hey, you know what?
What?
Let's forget this whole thing.
What you're calling off the bris?
Well, you seem a little nervous. The rabbi is having trouble standing up.
Oh.
He can't find the right tool. Why don't we just tell everybody you did it? We'll fake it.
I'll fake it. Fake it. Grab a pepperoni.
I hate to state the obvious,
Hmm.
but I am gonna know.
She was
You
listening.
cannot
Oh my
with me.
God. I thought she was in the other room. She was
And then
listening.
she got the camera with the telephoto
Oh
microphone.
my God. Oh, now we're caught. Now we're really caught.
Okay.
Well,
But would it be okay though if I could just stay whole and maybe not, it's really, Samantha, I'm a little nervous and he's a really drunk, almost blind rabbi. What do you think?
I am so disappointed.
Yeah, I'll make it up to you.
How about if we have the brisket with or without the bris?
Well, okay, I think I could get behind that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's forget
That'd be
this.
good.
We just need a brisket. That's
Here,
all.
let me just bring the knife over. Whoa. Oh my God.
A self bris?
See, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Oh my God, that was a good shot. Hey, what do you think, guys?
Whoa. Let's see. Oh.
Don't feel anything because of the drugs.
Hey, not bad.
No, I think we are.
Oh, look, he's a man now. Look at that. He's a man now.
Impressive. A self bris. I never heard of one before. Wow.
Hey, okay, there's the real test now. Samantha, what do you think?
Well, I think I'm gonna have to give you my assessment later.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Okay. Let's go to Sunday dinner a week later.
All right, Briss.
Well, I wanna make a toast
Okay.
to all of you for talking me into just a terrible idea from start to finish. I mean, it was just the fact that you even thought it was a good idea for a fully grown man to get circumcised, and then I went through with it, and then we just backed out, and then
Oh, son, yeah, you have to wait. Samantha's in the ladies' room. You have to wait till she comes back, so you have to start this all over again.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
back. I'm back. Are you talking about me?
Hey, Samantha.
Yeah, he was making a toast and so go ahead, son. Go ahead. We're proud of you, son. Go ahead.
Just wanted to say, you guys, I was really angry at all of you for putting me up to this, very painful disfigurement.
Oh,
And
that's the angel calling us.
yeah,
Yeah.
in spite of that, it somehow worked out through the use of a drunk rabbi, a lot of pills, and just some familial pressure. And so, but anything just to have another brisket. Here's to you guys.
Yay.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
son. You are a man. Yes. Cheers.
I'm a
Was
man.
very effective treatment.
And your mother, now that you've been here a week, your mother and I, Samantha's going to the ladies' room again. Is she okay?
Yeah,
She
she's
has an
fine.
issue. She has an
Oh, I
issue.
know what's going on.
Oh, you
I
think?
know what's going on.
Yeah. Where's
She's
Samantha?
pregnant already.
I don't think you know what pregnancy does
Ah,
to us.
that-
Okay.
It's been a week. Are you pregnant? Are we going to be grandparents? Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yay! Quick action! Quick action!
And that's our
Yeah.
show.
You are. It's gonna be triplets. Triplets.
It's coming.
Boy. I can't
We
do
can have brisket.
We'll have biscuits.
Of course.
Hey,
What
that's
else? What else
our
would we have?
show.
What else would we have?
A brisket first. Oh
Triple.
my God. We said brisket like 48 times. It was like over brisket.
102. But who's counting?
Who's counting? So now I don't know how to host.
Wow. We'll just
But-
Well, thank you for watching. We're virtual virgins, and we'll be back.
Highwire, thank.
Okay,
And
the
the
next
next-
group is
the
gonna
next
start
group-
coming in.
That's right. So
Okay,
guys,
and then you guys introduce yourselves and turn on your cameras. Okay, so we'll turn our cameras off, and then the next group will be turning their cameras on. So yes,
Yes,
best.
thank you,
Show everyone else.
Highwire. Thank you, folks, for listening, and we'll
Thank
see.
you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Hello. I am Zed.
I'm Michael, and I'm out of focus, but I'll be back in a second.
Excellent.
We are,
We are Charmers Duo. We've been coming to doing Highwire for like 3 or 4 years now.
that sounds right.
That sounds right. Yeah.
So since we don't have a means of getting a suggestion or a word for inspiration, I found Improv Glasgow has a thing. Click.
It was a trip.
Oh, what's that?
What was that?
Really nice guys.
Oh, okay. The word I got from the website was bop.
Bop.
I have a
Okay.
story. Oh, unless you.
Go for it.
When I was in high school, my senior year, so for the senior yearbook signing party, my high school actually had a party. Basically, seniors the last few hours, actually I think it was into the evening on a school day, seniors were allowed to go to the auditorium with their yearbooks and ask other seniors to sign them. And this would have been the year 2000, when MP3s were a big thing. And so a friend drove my brother and I home. We grabbed our computer, CRT monitor and all, hooked it up to the gym sound system, and we're DJing this 3-hour yearbook signing party. And we had some MP3s, but I remember every now and then somebody would request a song that we had already played. And as soon as we started playing it, one of the teachers would just look over at us. And we just jumped to the next track. So I guess there wasn't any hard rules. I mean, we weren't playing anything inappropriate for a high school, but I guess don't play the same song twice, which is something I don't DJ that much, as it were, anymore. But I was thinking, it's like, yeah, for the same single event, maybe the same song never gets played twice.
This is the 3rd time we've done Romeo and Juliet.
It's a classic.
It is a classic, and most importantly, it's free because it's public domain.
Yeah.
But-
It also gets butts in the seats because people know it.
I'm worried they'll get tired of it because there are so many Romeo and Juliets out there.
Well, I'm just looking at our clothing rack here,
Yeah.
and half of it is Romeo and Juliet. But we got like vintage Juliet, kind of 2000s modern inspired Juliet. I think this dress might actually be 100 years old? I mean, I know Shakespeare's way older, but still.
You know, I saw a play that was about William Shakespeare. It was about someone who had a seance with William Shakespeare and they discussed things. Anyway, it was wonderful.
An actual seance?
Okay, so the play was about the night before, in the play, the night before they had a seance and talked to William Shakespeare and learned all this stuff. But anyway, it's very interesting. But the one thing they talked about, the beauty of it is you can interpret however you like.
Yeah, but we've had 400 years of interpreting. So some people are like really hard line on how things are pronounced, what the subtext
Well,
like.
by interpretation, like in the Romeo and Juliet that came out in the 90s, the Leonardo DiCaprio one.
Yeah, Romeo plus Juliet.
That made Mercutio very flamboyant and And then I saw in high school, I went and saw a very simple Romeo and Juliet. Like there was a bench on stage and that was it. And they had Benvolio incredibly gay.
Wait, which one? Benvolio.
That's the best friend of Romeo. The I bite my thumb, sir, but not.
Yes,
but not
yes,
at you,
thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Yes. This is our third time and you haven't memorized the roles yet?
You know, I kind of remember Juliet, Romeo, and their friends and family.
It was Benjamin Hubbard last time. He was your
Okay.
favorite. I had to fight with you to not give him Romeo because he was not good enough. He would not have been able to handle Romeo.
Well, not for that long anyway. Oh, you know, maybe people, I think the audience likes it because when you get to a certain age, you actually don't really want new things. You just kind of want the familiar. Like, have you ever heard that they say that by the time you're about 33, you stop listening to new music?
That is absolutely 100% true.
Yeah. Maybe people don't want to see new plays. Like, what if we did Henry V? People would say, wait, what's this? That's Shakespeare? And then we probably would get tales.
That's actually right now at Chicago Shakespeare Theater, and I was kind of thinking about seeing it, even though I've never seen it before.
Well, you can go see it there, but I don't know if people would come to our little company here.
You're right. You're right. Romeo and Juliet will get people in seats. And you really don't listen to much music. I had to create, me and his partners had to create a playlist for my brother's memorial. And we're all like, oh, and put in some of his favorite songs. And then I messaged the group and was like, okay, I realized that I don't know any songs he loved that came out after he was in high school. And they all laughed and said, yep, basically, pretty much.
You know, I think for some people, it's not even 33. It's high school.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know, there's a rumor that the skull we have for Hamlet is a real human skull.
That makes sense.
I was kind of hoping to surprise you, but I guess. Well, let me just sneak it out here.
I mean, Mr. Hawthorne is in charge of props, and he would totally do that.
He would do that, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell.
Honestly, they're cheaper than good fakes.
How do you know that?
Honestly, I just watched an episode of Actually that talked about it. There was some horror movie that there's like a floating skeleton and it's a real skeleton because it was cheaper.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't actually often buy cadavers just because I heard it. I don't know firsthand.
You now make me wonder which plays so we can save on cadavers on.
Let's just not do plays that need cadavers.
Well, the actors can always slump over. Mercutio, Benvolio, Paris,
Tybalt.
Tybalt, Romeo and Juliet themselves.
You know, no one, we are fortunate in the fact that we actually have curtains and we have blackouts. Like we can turn off the lights, but they didn't do that originally.
Yeah, they just exit. They'd find a reason to exit.
Yeah. Exit or get dragged off.
Yeah, it's always like calling the guards or calling your friends to drag out the body.
Because you couldn't just turn off the lights.
I feel like the skull's looking at me.
Yes, it is.
It could, if this is real, this could have been somebody we knew.
I don't think so.
I mean, statistically unlikely, sure. Impossible, no.
Fred, this is not a new skull. I doubt it's
Oh.
if nothing else, it's probably been in the props for 20 years.
Oh my gosh, 2 years ago, I remember during rehearsal how many times it got dropped.
That's not
built,
good.
We built that beautiful staircase and tower for the monologue, and then
Oh yeah.
the first time just boom, 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 boom. I'm glad that wasn't on show night. Okay, I'm putting this back. This is just weirding me out. Back into the chest you go.
I wonder if there's. I get that Romeo and Juliet's a favorite, but I don't know. I worry the people are getting sick of it, and also the students getting sick of it. Also, the fact that there are way more male characters than female characters.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, back in Shakespeare day, it was all male actors.
It was. They even played the women characters. Not necessarily well, but you know.
Yeah. So weird to think about. We could mix it up.
Yeah.
Deliberate gender swap, or just don't count gender as part of the casting, or oh,
Too much.
okay. I suddenly feel like there's societal implications for our decision of which play to put on this season. Like
That's what I was saying about the being able to interpret it. We can interpret it however we want. We can have it set in current day. We can have it set caveman, maybe not caveman times, but also whoever plays it as we want, whatever costumes within budget, we can interpret, put it on any way we want. It doesn't have to be the same time period, the same costumes, the same gender casting as always.
we could add a message.
Oh, yes.
Oh, but what? Oh,
well, okay. Ingrained is the hatred is bad and stupid, and violence begets violence.
Yep.
But
when I joined this company 9 years ago,
yeah,
I was just doing set construction. Now I'm associate director, as are you.
I love working with students.
It's great.
They are actually interested, and life hasn't sucked all the joy out yet.
And what might suck the joy out is doing Romeo and Juliet for the third time. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you.
Yeah.
I'm judging us, I think.
That's valid.
Playing it safe. The Lake Tahoe Shakespeare Company?
Yeah.
They don't even always do Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Last year I saw Little Shop of Horrors, a musical. It was amazing. And there's literally banners on the side of the stage that say Lake Tahoe Shakespeare Company.
Well, we have to do Shakespeare because public domain and we don't have to pay for the rights.
Right. Back to that.
But there's so much else that inspires creativity. There's As You Like It. There's Midsummer Night's Dream. Even Twelfth Night.
I like Much Ado About Nothing because, like, it never feels like anything big's going on, but it's just kind of fun to be along for the ride.
And it's very ensemble cast.
Yeah.
And it's happy. And it's basically like dancing in the woods.
Yep. Two people awkwardly, like shy people. I don't want to say awkward. Shy people falling in love. And it's cute. And they're friends.
I saw about a year ago, I saw one, and it was also very, they made it not all het.
See? Okay, there we go. Speaking of interpretation.
Yeah. And I want us to be able to be relevant and for the kids to be connected.
Before I was a director,
Yeah.
I literally never thought about this before I was director. I thought, well, Shakespeare's 400 years old. Always going to be relevant, right?
I think that there is relevance. I mean, Romeo and Juliet is basically two groups that hate each other for no good reason, and violence begets violence.
Yeah, they've been feuding for a while. It's almost habit. Oh.
As You Like It, they're trying to get away from the trappings of society.
Mm-hmm.
I think that all of this is still relevant. We can just make it more so.
You really, really got my attention when you mentioned the kids. It's like the opportunity to not to be grandiose, but mold minds, expose minds to a new point of view.
Yeah. I loved theater when I was in high school.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely loved it. It was part of a community. It was expressing myself.
All
and
of my friends are in theater.
Most people who do theater in high school never do it later because they have too much going on. And now I just want to give the good, the deep, the introspective and fun experience to these kids.
Yeah, we're being introspective.
Yeah.
This is really an opportunity. Again, I'm just looking at all these old costume pieces, all these old set parts. We're kind of in a rut.
Yeah.
And if we play it too safe, is this what people mean when they say artistic integrity?
Yes.
Oh, dang. Okay.
It'll cost more for sets and costumes and props and stuff, but we can set it any time period, any location, because it is the stories and the themes that are relevant.
Oh, so going back to
hippies.
What?
Hippies.
Oh, wait.
They're getting away from society and going into the forest, and they're basically all hippies.
I like this. Actually, we could save some money on the set there. Oh, man. Well, and I have good rapport with the investors. I can say, hey, we're taking on a new angle. We need a little more money this season.
Yeah. It's not also still not paying for the rights for the actual play. The most important thing for me is that we are giving this opportunity to the kids.
To the kids. Yeah.
And that it's a new and different way.
You know, when I think about all the different ways we've seen it done, it's like it's the same message, but the framing device really influences the way you take it in, you know?
Yeah.
Like remember the 1970s Romeo and Juliet movie?
Yeah.
Like bizarre costumes, odd way of speaking, maybe period accurate. That's debatable.
But then you have West Side Story. Makes
Modern
it
day.
more relevant.
Modern day.
That's Romeo and Juliet.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like the 70s one, they're trying to do it 400 years ago, and you can't relate to that.
Romeo and Juliet, you can have different cliques in the same high school.
I can relate to that when I was in high school.
Yeah.
A lot of our investors might have been, they're old enough, they might have in fact have been hippies. That'll get them on board. I don't know how the kids will feel.
Yeah, that is difficult. You don't want to make fun of the jocks too much.
Is this what you pictured doing when you got into the company?
Yeah, actually,
Really?
I pictured being student focused and touching minds and hearts and inspiring a love of theater.
Yeah. And so now
I never, when I joined, I never wanted to think about budgets. I didn't think about public domain. I didn't think about investors. It was just bringing the love of theater to kids, to communities.
what I love is that like the age spectrum we get in the audience. It's not just other high schoolers.
It's their parents and grandparents
Parents,
and little
grandparents.
siblings.
The last time I looked at the numbers, it's like 30% just community members, like people in town.
Yeah.
Wanted to see a show.
Alumni.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I think a little part of my mind is still in high school.
I think that's true for everyone.
Like still picturing how I felt. I guess maybe that's the first time I felt that as an adult. So I'm just picturing it's like, how would I feel about this? How would I feel if Romeo and Juliet was set in hippie times? I knew like this much about hippies when I was in high school.
I love the outfits. The bell bottoms.
No kidding.
The hair.
Sometimes I see all that's the outfits in vintage stores and it's just like, oh.
I don't know. You know, I've seen my niece recently, and it's I mean, we see the kids, but actually talking to my niece, she's 14 now. 14, I know. And I'm like, you were in high school, you were making decisions, and also you have to deal with being in high school. Oh, wow. Can I see that skull?
All right. I don't really want to touch it again, but
Totally touch it. I'm sure it is real now.
It's really hard. I don't know what a fake one would feel like. It's not plastic. Here you are.
Okay. Well, it's not ceramic because that would have broken, but
Oh, the first tumble down the stairs, I would be done for.
you know what? This representation, I am holding their minds
Okay.
in my hand. It's
The
part of
kid's
the whole
mind.
shaping them, get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. No?
I thought you were going somewhere else.
No, that was all I got, because
Okay, I get it.
That's all.
Some
I
symbolism.
don't know why I wanted to hold this. Maybe it's just
It's kind of powerful.
it's kind of powerful, yeah.
Like knowing that that's a real skull. It's been used in quite a few productions.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, twice on Sundays.
I know this is a tangent, but that would be really cool to like people donate their body to science. Can you imagine donating your body to like theater?
Oh, I never thought about doing that so directly. That'd be a cool way to kind of live forever.
I mean, it's also creepy as hell, but
I mean, honestly, I think putting people in wooden boxes and throwing them in the ground is kind of creepy.
it is very creepy. I don't like bugs, but I like theaters. So,
It's a nice clean skull.
nice. Yeah.
Those are words I never thought I'd say.
It's,
It looks like it's inspiring you.
I'm just thinking of what we do in a very global sense. You asked me, but is this what you thought you would be doing?
No, again, I just kind of fell into set construction and then
Yeah.
over the years worked my way up. Kind of thought, I just kind of fell into it, tumbled into it. Like, it's like, oh, I'm happy to make this decision. Oh, I'm happy to take on this work. Hey, do you want to be assistant director? Yeah.
Set design. Set design is where you get to bring your image to life.
Yeah, it's really cool. Is that what, do you want to go back to that? Like, as directors, if we say, okay, we're going for a hippie direction. We're not the designers, we're not the carpenters, we're not the painters. We can say, oh, we're going for hippie. And for all we know, just like when you saw the play with the bench, all we're gonna have is a bench or a tree.
Huge, big, fake flowers.
Huge.
Yes.
Instead of a balcony, Juliet's up a tree for some reason. I don't know.
Well, I thought we were doing As You Like It with the hippies and the shunning society. Yeah.
That makes way more sense.
That makes way more sense.
I like the idea that we can just like take this framing and apply it to anything.
Yes.
Julius Caesar, but modern day.
Everything can be made modern day.
And modern
that's
day
what makes it feel more relevant to the kids. I was in 7th grade when the Claire Danes, Leonardo DiCaprio, Romeo and Juliet came out, and everyone loved it. That was also like, he was a huge star.
Yeah.
And he was young enough that we all thought he was super hot because we were 13. But it made it relevant because it was modern day.
What I'm thinking is if we're always working with high schoolers, what's modern, I don't know, I put that in quotes, changes every few years.
It does.
Technology's evolving, lingo's evolving, trends come and go.
Oh God, I really don't want to try to integrate technology.
No, but I mean, well, we don't have to, but it's just like, can we pinpoint exactly what's going on with, high schoolers right now and expand that in whatever show we're doing? Feels like I'm pandering. When I say it out loud, I'm worried I'm pandering and it's going to come off as lame.
I think that just means we need some high schoolers. Give them our ideas and they give us feedback.
Ooh.
And that will inspire them even more.
Give them some freedom. They're young adults, as we've said.
Exactly.
I remember reading. I used to think I'd stay in the corporate world, so I read a lot about management and stuff. And one philosophy on management is you get the right people and then you get out of the way, or you remove obstacles for those people.
Can you put this back? Sorry.
Is weirding you out?
Yeah.
It's really weird because when you look at it, you can't even tell how old it was. Adult, okay. Ugh.
I don't know enough about skulls to know anything. Really.
Ugh. Okay, you know, I'm gonna put these costumes on top of it in this chest. Oh, well, now I know it's there, so it feels like it's just. What was I saying? Oh, managers. Maybe our job as directors is we get the right creative people
Yeah.
and let them go. And we can reel them in if we have to, but like we don't need to sit in at every meeting. We don't need to check everything off. It's just ask the kids, what would you want to see? But a lot of them have read Romeo and Juliet. It's like English classic. It's like,
Yeah, we had to read it, I think, in 8th. Or
and
something like that.
if you haven't seen a movie at all, I bet you had some great pictures. Like, how does this relate to you? Which parts did relate to you? Which parts didn't relate to you? And how could you change that or represent that?
Inspiring. This
Thank
is
you.
all. That's what we're here for. To inspire the kids and getting them more involved. Sounds good to me.
Theater affected me, and it definitely affected you.
Yeah. And now the fact that we know that there's a real skull here has affected both of us.
And that'll kind of trickle down. Like, we don't need to tell everybody else we have a real skull in the supply chests. But like that impact on us is gonna.
But
Oh,
the passion will trickle down.
yes, let's put it that way. Okay, how about
Right.
we go
Let's
right up?
go. And that's our show.
That has been Zed.
And that has been Michael.
And we've
Yeah.
been
Charmers
Duo. Thank you, Highwire. And now
Yes.
I believe on next is Hooray for York. See you next season.
Yay to Charmers Duo. What was it? They are literally touching minds and potentially donating their bodies to theater. Once again, yay, Charmers Duo. Many mentions of things that might be coming up next. And let me introduce my partner, Jane, and Hooray for Yorick.
Hi, Bela. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you, Highwire, for the opportunity to perform this evening. We are Hooray for Yorick, and I shall now ask partner Bela for two random words to get us a title. Bela, can you provide a word with the letter, starts with the letter D?
D. First word that comes to mind, be dog. D-O-G.
Dog. And a second word beginning with D.
Oh, drama.
Drama. Excellent. I'm glad you had more than one word beginning with D. Then I ask that you will now create a most magnificent title, which would be in keeping with the Bard's set of plays, a title which we will soon improvise, an improvised Shakespeare play. Oh, he's scribbling hard with those two words, drama and dog. Dog and drama, stretching his ability. And yes, here we have it. A title, please, Bela.
Two words did stretch my brain quite hard. Two words that did begin with D. For my brain sometimes is filled with lard. And yet I knew that I had to do something that reflected well on me. And with these two words that did start with D, I put them together and added almost no other. And so the title of the play this day, if I do ever end my speaking way, be the drama of the dog.
Aha! The drama of the dog.
The drama of the dog.
And the remaining 5 minutes we have for the show, we shall now avant.
I do enjoy a play that centers not upon the normal person or human being, but takes a gander at those with gander. Oh, not a bird or a goose, but a dog. It'd be slightly better than a play about a log. And yet, my mind of Yorick that be touched so often by theater students in chests, well, it needs to come up with an idea, for I do this play begin by my visions and what I do see. And looking out through eyes that exist not, what be there? Well, a room most lit up, but a room 10 by 10, where a man and a woman, without any friend but themselves, do huddle for warmth. Let us our play begin, and hopefully it will not coldly end. Oh, my darling dear, I do believe that as we grow near and nearer even still, I feel a sense of warmth begin to come back to me.
My darling Ernest, thou dost bring warmth to my heart. Though thou hast failed to provide sufficient comforts for me in my life, I still feel the warmth of thy soul, and the marriage of our hearts be enough to sustain me through these cold, dark nights.
Oh, Charlotte, I hope to warm thy heart with a bit of news good. For night after night we do suffer with a lack of firewood, and so I did think and bethink, and as I thought some more, methought, and then methinks, that we need but an animal that could be a friend and add a third, for we know that no children come to those who are so coldly absurd.
Oh. Ernest, I knowest that an animal, a dog I know you have gone on about at length before, it be not something, for I do not like sweeping hair off the floor. Ernest, I will not abide such talk of a dog coming to live with us. Nay, just there is enough love between you and I. That is all that we need, just us.
I dare not tell dear Charlotte that I have already purchased a puppy, and I have stored it in the basement below. I dare not say it, for now I do know she wishes not to have a puppy or a dog to grow. Oh, woe's me, what do I do?
Oh, thou dost pull the saddest face, but I shall tell thee a story of my youth, that I did go to stay with cousin Ruth, and she did have a dog, and when it came close to me, it did make me sneeze and sneeze and sneeze in fits of three. My lungs did fill up with hair, and my throat did constrict. I nearly died because that dog's hair was so close to me and so thick. So, Ernest, my love, know that when I deprive thee of the joy of a dog, it be for none other reason that I wish to live a long life.
Dear Charlotte, how can it be that amongst all these days so cold, in a winter that doth make the soul grow old in length of time, where words can be given that be both sad, gloomy, and bold, that there be a story that thou didst never told. How could it be that the story of the dog never came to me? I wish I had known this earlier, but of course, now it gives me time, Charlotte, not to buy the puppy and the dog, and I will have to think of some other idea like quickly before thou dost never go into the basement.
Nay, my husband, we do need another log on the fire.
I will volunteer. I will volunteer. I will go down. For I be a husband most good. Thou dost not need to worry. The basement, I shall get the wood. I will run, for that will build up some heat. And thou wilt see that everything will be good and neat.
Aye. So Josephine, I don't know what's got into Ernest lately, but he's been so attentive to all my needs. I just mention I'm a little cold, and off to the basement he scurries to get a log.
Oh, Charlotte, thou didst always have the most delightful man, unfortunately not quite rich, very poor in hand, but so well-meaning, so nice. Be too bad thou dost suffer from an accumulation of ice.
Oh, Josephine, thou dost say the weirdest things sometimes. But this is something more than that. It is like he has had a change of life, that he really truly respects me as his wife. I mean, some people are so unfortunate as they are married and grow old together. They seem to feel desperate and less strength. But for me, my heart is on a tether. Oh, Josephine.
Oh, Charlotte, thou dost not need to go on and on about how lucky thou art in some way. The riches I did speak about, that of course I have, for my husband has a job and all such things, I would gladly change with thy place. To have a husband who is home, always within inches of my face, breathing is what heat that can come out of his heart. For we know that if he breathes not out the heat, that the ice might within his soul start. And then my greatest worry is, oh Charlotte, that one day I will come over to thy small, tiny abode and find two icicles hugging each other, and I will scream aloud.
Oh, Josephine, my heart doth bleed for thee. It was inconsiderate of me to go on about how lucky I be, for I do sympathize that thou art with a man of cruel heart. Know that I will always be thy friend, and I did not wish my love and my happiness to pull us apart. Oh,
Charlotte, thou art my friend best, and this is merely a godly test. Thou couldst never say a word that would make me think less of thee, for we always friends will always be.
aye. And I shall promise never to mention my good fortune to thee again, unless I forget, of course, and it comes out all frayed.
Let us again drink of the mead, combine it with a little bit of tea, so that thou dost not get too drunk and can continue to converse brilliantly with me. Oh no, I must take this puppy back to the pet store. and I must hope for a refund, for all of the money that I had saved went to get this puppy most beautifully black and grave. I hold on to this basket here with the puppy hopefully sleeping quite content, and I knock on the door of the pet store owner. Open, I say, come out what may.
It's you again, is it?
Ernest, I be Ernest, earnestly Ernest.
Yeah, what you want, Ernest?
Pet store owner, I know that thou hast signs all over, quite all over. In fact, so many in galore that say no refunds from the store. But I ask thee to show me a bit of kindness, pet owner store. For my wife would surely die if I did present this puppy to her. And our 10 by 10 abode with a basement there, it makes it a bit better. It would be too close. I do believe her breath would in chains be fettered.
Thou canst read. There be no refunds in the store. That puppy be at least 7 days older or more. It be past as used by date. I fear not I'll find another customer to buy it. I shall close the shop door.
Nay.
Leave you alone to feed it.
Nay, I put my hand within that shop door and I hold it there, and I put the dog within my legs, and I hold it within my legs so that with my other hand I can grab thy shoulder, and I shake it back and forth as if it be a heavy boulder, and I ask thee, not with asking please, but with demands, take back this puppy that be in my groin. Oh, that sounds absurd. Oh, please, not that word conjoin. But when my hands I do ungrasp you, I shall then throw this puppy back at thee, if thou wouldst only say some money for me.
Hey, nay, that be not the deal.
See, look at this puppy. I do take it out of the basket and look at it there in the face. Look, one eye and another eye. It has not a disgrace upon its look. Look at those brows. They look so sweet. Look at the tongue that comes out as if it wishes to eat. It really does wish to eat, for I have fed it just only a teeny bit, mostly insects that come about, little flies that flit. It says, take me back, pet store owner, take me back. Take me back, pet store owner.
Thou dost a convincing sales spiel give me, indeed. I shall take the puppy back for free, and then I suggest that you do flee before I change my mind, for I am a compassionate man, and thou art to that dog quite unkind, the way thou didst put it up in thy groin. Give that puppy to me, and retreat before I change my mind.
Nay, I will not give it back to thee unless thou dost give me back my currency.
Now, I do insist, if thou treat that dog not right, that I will have it, and I suggest you do not put up a fight.
I cannot give it to thee unless I have my money back. If thou dost not take it, then I must not a puppy lack. I will have to go door to door and try across the land to sell this puppy for anything that they might have at hand. I take it back.
And there be the solution. I shut the shop door.
He did shut the shop door. And now, somehow, I feel but even more poor. Oh, pet store owner, pet store owner.
Yes, madam. We have some lovely Siamese cats, a tabby cat, a black cat. Didst thou wish to buy a cat, or we have a goldfish or a silverfish
No.
or a bronze fish?
What I need, frankly, for I have a husband who is most cruel. I need companionship. I need a pet that over me would drool. I know men left and right, even women sometimes see just of my sight and think, oh, she be so lucky, she be so rich. She wears and is attired in satins and gowns, much like a beautiful and kind witch. And yet there be something lacking in here. A bit of, well, someone for me to care. And if someone for me to care be my husband who do not dare, then I need to get my needs met by a pet.
Then thou hast come to the right place. Madam, thou art rich, and thou art not a witch, in which case might I suggest that thou considers the Siamese kitten. It will wrap its fur around thy ankles and in thy face purr, and with a kitten like this, one will think that thou art like Cleopatra or someone quite rich.
Oh, oh. Or Cleopatra be like me. It'd be an interesting comparison. Indeed, but I do thank thee for it. Thou art most observant.
But I do have a black cat. This black cat, it were one of Cleopatra's come down through the ancestry. It is a descendant of the cats that surrounded Cleopatra back in ancient history.
It makes perfect sense, for we all do know that Julius Caesar did the London Tower grow. And if Caesar did make such a thing that be so close to London indeed, in the very center, then why not a cat from Cleopatra? It makes perfect sense, and I would be the perfect person to host it. It would not be a disaster.
Then I do pass it to thee to see if thou dost have a special bond, if it will become part of thy family.
Oh, look at it. Look at it as it doth purr. It hath a look at me, and somehow I wish to give it. Is it all right if I do, with my fingers so delicate and pure, wrap around the little cat fur? Oh, oh, I have not been able to touch another for so long. Oh, I do shake with intensity. Oh, I must this cat have. Siamese cat, thou art now mine. I will pay any fee. I throw gold coins up in the air. And I do thank thee, good pet store owner and master. Thou hast made my life much better. Again, not a disaster.
And though I be a money-grabbing pet store of some renown, I, for just a small moment, felt a little piece of joy that cat and that woman, they did joy found. Oh, it is so sweet.
Good Charlotte. Good Charlotte. It be the time of night that we stand without a bed in our only room and do lean against each other to fight off the nightly gloom. And before thou dost go out of thy mind to dream, I must tell thee something that thou wilt find potentially in a not good way obscene.
Husband dearest, thou canst tell me anything, thou dost know that. But before you do that, I must tell you about my friend Josephine, who she did buy a cat. And when I did see her, she was in love so deep and so true. I, within myself, knew that a cat was what I would like. And I would have to let you know. A pet, I know is that thou dost want us to share the love of an animal true. There's a store with a man in town that he sells cats, Siamese, tabbies, and blue.
Oh, I know. I do know. I do know. Oh, I know. Whoa, I know.
You know that jar with the money that we were saving for special occasion one day?
Yes, yes.
And we take it down to the store and with that buy a beautiful cat that can come to us and stay.
Well, thou hast told me thy news. let me tell thee mine, and then let us see if there be dreams ahead, or nightmares if we both be. Nay, I will say it not. Let me tell my news promptly and easily. Thou mightest have noticed sounds of hounds of hell coming from below in the basement, and might have wondered, what be those sounds? Be they demons? Be they horribly large raccoons? Maybe a flock of carrier pigeons, or some other animal that blooms in June, although animals but bloom not and flowers do. My mind go all askew. The sounds, my love, are a puppy. And that puppy did grow. And I did think to myself, I do know, that my lovely Charlotte, my beautiful wife, would not want a puppy. She would want a cat. And so I did try to disguise it after I did fail to sell it all throughout the land. And so I put a number of strange hairs upon it, which made it scratch. And now it simply is a hound of hell, a demon spawn, angry and angrier still, and it also eats up what is of our lawn. But there be more still. We have no money, for all the money is gone. The jar is empty, as I did use it to buy this demon spawn. So we have a pet, and no money yet. And now I feel flame coming from thee. Oh, the warmth in the room is multiplying exponentially.
Ernest! Ernest! Lie to me. Thou purchased a dog without permission? A dog that will have fleas? Knowest thou that if that dog comes near me, thou will have my life upon thy conscience, as I will probably die from dog hair allergy. Ernest, I'm a cat.
My dear, I know, based on what is going on, it is time for me to go sleep in the basement with the demon spawn.
That'd be a story of domesticity. Don't believe an old couple when they say they are in love for all eternity. I took a small dog, a puppy, to pull them apart, and despite Ernest's longest monologue, he was not able to solve his wife's problems in the drama of the dog. And that's our show.
Yay! Come on back, Jane, and take a bow. Hooray for Yorick. Thanks, Highwire Improv, somehow, for being so amazing and giving us this opportunity. Most great. Jane, a few last words. Hopefully thou couldst relate.
I do thank the Highwire for the opportunity, and it be fun, and that be the end of season something, and a new season doth begin, and we look forward to that the coming months within.
Well said. And let us end this night of season 1001, or perhaps a different number. We be but a bit dumb. Good night to all. Highwire, thanks once again. And signing off. Hooray for Yorick. Until next time. Later and when.
End.